we're trying to figure out what we want to do with headers for the LS build here, and I kind of want to go up.
Well,
like I'm kind of digging this.
Technically, if we go turbo, we just go up and forward. So if you turn them a little bit to the front, they're just like your big block turbo headers, right?
Except minus like a bunch of bends.
You just, you know, I mean, technically they are up and forward. Little derby, little do it for Dale.
I'm really thinking little stacks out
I like this side better.
out the hood. So we've been working on putting a LS F1X belt drive into the race car. Ah, it looks fancy.
It looks like a rat rod.
It probably wouldn't turn.
No, it wouldn't turn. See, at least my design turns. My design will turn.
In all technicality, right now, it could go fast and turn left.
No, it's supposed to go straight.
Yeah. I mean, ooh. It does look cool, but I'm also looking at the spark plugs like, ow.
Yeah, my side looks way easier on plugs, Eric.
Like, I'm just trying to count the scars I'm going to get from doing a plug change.
Yeah, no, my side looks way easier on plugs. Yeah, because I can still get in here and hit them.
Alright, we'll just make headers.
It's like right there. We just lean them against. There you go. Like can't move.
Mine fits tight enough; it doesn't lean that far.
Okay. I mean, that's all the downforce. You can't force the down anymore.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
I'm trying to figure out which one am I going to be less capable of hearing later.
Let's oh, I guess I can't roll the hood down. We got a bunch of stuff up in here. I'll get clips later with the blower on it. I didn't realize when you buy the toothed ATI hub, this guy, that they move, ATI moves the mounting face of the hub way out. So you need a bolt that they don't make, that you can't get like an ARP. You have to get like some generic 10.9 or 12.9 hardness 16 millimeter bolt that's about 6 inches long, or 150-ish, 155 millimeter. So we're trying to find one of those quickly so we can get some things finished done on this car. But we do have the fuel system's pretty well started. I ordered the wrong fuel pump on accident and got a belt drive pump instead of a hex drive pump to work with the motion bracket down there, so that'll be here tomorrow.
So currently, if anybody needs one, there's one in stock.
I'll just return it. And then we got the injectors out of the big block, and it's like fuzzy. Is there something on my screen here? It's like real fuzzy right there. Oh, sorry, it's kind of blurry the whole time. There's a fingerprint because I didn't wipe it off like I normally do when I start. Yeah, we're stealing parts from the big block blower combo, like the injectors, stuff like that. But I'm doing all new fuel system components for the motor as much as I can, so that I can use all that in Elvira later. So Elvira needs a pretty good fuel system upgrade, and I figure I'll at least do either a surge tank with E85 and a belt drive on the front, or maybe I'll wick up something else. So we'll see. And then this thing either needs zoomies or some demo derby headers. And this combo I kind of want to try in here which this is Elvira's combination. Sorry, Elvira. My head's spinning too much with too many options on you to what we can do with you. So I want to do this instead. Because at least I know this is going to be M1, non-intercooled, you know, full tilt boogie, ready to rock and roll. So that is what we're going for. And I feel like I know what the car can run, and I think that's pretty good for some of these less than stellar tree side no preps. And I think that on back of the track stuff, I think it absolutely will dominate. I think it could run so hard. So I'm really want to try to do that. And there is an airport race this weekend, which I don't know when this video is going to be up, but there's one this weekend that's on the docket that could be hit if I have the car done fast enough, which is kind of why I'm like,
Can we use one of those NASCAR exhaust tips and just turn it around the other way?
boom tube? Boom tube. So there's one this weekend, and then there's one next weekend. One next weekend's in New York, and there's a lot of money up for grabs.
Can these come over the friggin' GTA comes through?
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, kind of excited. There's kind of some things we could do. And then I thought about running this deal. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in the camera. It's a little low. I thought about trying this deal at War in the Woods because I know ET normally works pretty well at War in the Woods. And I think that this combination could do it. I think this would run the number. I think this could very well tie my Pro Charge big block time because War in the Woods really scrubs off a lot of mile per hour. And that would put this thing ETN and mile per houring right where the big block is at that track. So, and then right after that, we got 2 days. We have Monday, Tuesday, half of Wednesday to get ready for Outlaw Armageddon. So an Armageddon is 100% going to have the big block in it with the 136 because Armageddon's a party. Shoot, they're trying to do a $32,000 to win race Thursday night.
Yeah. Pretty sure I'm going to bring dice and a lot of ones and hundreds.
Oh, yeah. Armageddon's a party. War in the Woods is a party. Armageddon's a party. It's a very long party. So, yeah, those two are really good make events. But I really wouldn't mind seeing what this thing will do and get it on some crappy surfaces and just try it out.
I like the idea. Like, it's interesting. It's something you haven't tried yet. So it's like if
Straighten your primary out on number 8 a little bit. Point it back. Point it straight. A little more.
A little
more.
A little more.
A little more. We're doing them straight. I like straight angles.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good. All right, moving to 6 back. There you go. Move up. 4 looks good. Move 2 forward. Move 2 forward. Number 2. No, number 2
Oh, okay.
needs to go
Sorry.
forward. There you go. Yeah. There. I like that. All right, let's see if the hood will close. Hopefully it doesn't, because if it does, then they're not long enough to poke through the hood. All right, it does not close on my side anyways.
No, it's real close. So we just like get the saws all out right there.
I like that. I'm gonna kind of have blue flames like right in my way of line of sight, but I got this little window right here that I could see through pretty well still. Actually, the hood, well, in all fairness, all the classes I want to drop the car into with this combo doesn't require a hood or a nose cap. And this old repaired one, a little heavy. And yes, I do have a new one. It's over there. But I haven't made time to mount it on the car because I'm either lazy, too busy to focus on other things, or maybe I just want to be home with Henry, Megan, Logan, Isaiah, and Noah. So take your pick. I pick family almost every time. So,
Yeah,
oh,
just cut it right there.
cut it where?
Just cut it right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can just cut a notch right out.
Like it,
Or
like
I can do 8 holes. I can do it pretty easy.
How about like we have some?
And if I cut holes in it, I can always patch holes because I'm very good at patching holes in this front end.
No, we'll get 8 of those the rings, the exhaust rings.
Oh yeah, trim rings?
Yeah, just burp, 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 burp. That way it looks shiny, and we can put it right.
That's not my style.
Well, technically it's right there. It's just a longer version where the GTA scoop would be.
Oh, okay. Eric's trying to make it look like factory.
Because somebody got me hooked on the GTA hood like 10 years ago because he showed it to me because he had it in his garage.
Or we can do zoomies right here. Zoomies? Or, what do you call these? Are they demo derby headers? I think mud trucks have them more than anything.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I would go mud truck headers.
I mean, it's gonna be...
Ooh, zoomies or tractor pulls?
I think, tractor pulls. I think it sounds pretty epic to go through the hood. Megan's gonna edit this video and be like, you are so dumb.
But that's what makes it great.
Yeah. I was telling Eric, I was like, this hood is temporary, but the pictures and videos are forever.
It's only stupid if it don't work.
I want to go up. I want to go up with them.
It's the max amount of downforce you're ever gonna get.
You think greatness comes from good ideas?
Oh God, Brandon. Jesus.
No, greatness comes from hold my beer.
Yeah,
Bet you won't.
I mean, the good news is if I do these headers like this, as we've already discussed, I can turn them into something else later. I can turn them into like a turbo log manifold and sell them. I mean, the material's not too much money. I mean, there's Summit Racing bends and flanges, and I only need 8 of them.
Hey, in all technicality, there may be a derby guy that wants them. Or a
Maybe,
tractor pull guy.
you know what? These are multi-purpose. Maybe Eric's right. Maybe somebody would need these in the future. So they probably do have a pretty high resale value if I don't like them.
Yeah, but you're gonna like them.
All right, we're gonna get to cutting and welding and making bad decisions. It's been a couple hours. Finally, we came to a conclusion on the header scenario for the LS with an F1X in the race car. And up and out did not make the cut. So I got the passenger side zoomies pretty much done. I still got to do the O2 sensor sample tube, and then I ran out of 1-inch flat strap to tie all the primaries together, because I've got to do that here so that when all these horsepowers are exiting these zoomies and blowing people's eardrums out, and LS turbo cars can't hear if the car's up on boost or they're shaking in their boots. Well, it might rip the tubes off the car if I don't have some kind of support there, because it'll push pretty hard. So that's pretty neat. Those, which is the big block ones, big old herky suckers. They feel so much more solid because they're thicker everywhere versus these little guys. Little tinny tin things. Those are like 23, 24 pounds a piece, and I didn't weigh these yet, but it feels like they're about 7 pounds. I'm sure they're more like 11 or 12. All said and done. I want to measure them, kind of see what the weight difference is between the two. So, for those wondering why I'm doing this, the big block is very easy in my eyes to power manage on. But the big block obviously has been having some reliability longevity issues. So the heads are going back to RFD to get guides and seats done in them. And then we are, I'm gonna check everything out, probably put some new bearings in the motor. And then in the meantime, I still wanna build a race. So I'm gonna do this combo. And I feel that this combo can make some power. And I think that it could be pretty dang good on the back of the track stuff. So when we do an LS in here, when we did the aluminum turbo LS over the twin turbo big block, it was a 300-pound weight savings on just the nose. With this not being an aluminum block, this is a Dart 6-bolt iron block. I think we're going to be closer to 200 pounds lighter, maybe 140 pounds lighter. So not a ton. Like this intake ended up being a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. I didn't even want to weigh it, but I know I was getting quite the workout taking it on and off the car. So we're going to lose a couple 100 pounds. I mean, maybe 150, maybe 200 pounds of weight. I'll have to scale it and see. I was kind of hoping we'd still lose 200, maybe 225 pounds, but the math really ain't mathing. I mean, this blower kit is lighter because it's a smaller blower. The headers are lighter because they're not 2 1/4 ginormous behemoths, or 2 1/2. What are the 2 1/2? Yeah, 2 1/2. What the big block Chevy headers are. So we'll see. A little bit easier to get the car to go down a crappy surface if it isn't carrying so much weight. So whatever weight we don't have to have up here is directly proportionate to weight we don't have to have back there, and that will make the car overall lighter. So I'm hoping that on, like let's say we do run this combination at Warren Woods, I don't feel that I'll have to have any ballast in the back. I think that it'll be pretty good front to rear bias, and we'll end up being about 325 to 375 pounds lighter than we would be with the big block Pro Charger for something like Warren Woods. So, and that's pretty substantial. That's starting to get to be pretty fun there. So that is where we're looking for the real weight savings. Or if we do back in the track racing or airport, something like that, we don't have to add 270 to 350 pounds on the back of the car like we have in really bad surfaces with the big block. We can run very minimal weight to maybe no weight. I think no weight may actually work because we can raise the crank center line of the car with these cups here pretty easy. Get a couple inches out of it. I can put some spring to it. So because we've got 6.5 inches of stroke left to go up. So there's some room for me to raise the crank center line up and superficially put the weight on the back of the car and help get in the transfer and get it moving. So plus if I do this combo in here now, I know this is probably the best this combo can run, period, for me. So I mean, it's going to be on methanol, it's going to have zoomies, it's going to have unrestricted airflow into the motor, it's going to have tons of fuel system. So if there is anything I need to figure out on this car to make, or this combination to make more power, this is a great test bed to figure it out, because I've never ran this size of blower on an LS. It's a pretty big blower. So most people stop at an F1A94. So I mean, Ultra Street in your drag rail class racing uses an F1A94, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go a little bit bigger because I don't have to worry about classes right now. So I was like, let's go and go with the X. So I got a number in mind. I'd like to make almost 1,500 wheel horsepower. I mean, the stock bottom end motor made 1,350 with a little 88. So I'd like to see something better than that, because I mean, that would be kind of disappointing to do all this work and big fancy motor and big fancy Pro Charger and little fancy shiny zoomies just to have it not make as much or not much more than a stock 5.3. So and if everything's pretty happy and moving along, maybe we'll give it a little squeeze of nitrous. Still got the NX kit on it. It rides on board with me everywhere we go. So it's always hanging out, little 5-pounder. Not much of a weight penalty when you have just a 5-pound nitrous bottle. So, and when you use it as little as I do during the run, so we're barely using it, 2-3 seconds at a time, it lasts a dang long time. So pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm pretty pumped. Hopefully tomorrow I can get the other header done, or at least into this state right here, and then or if I can get both of them completely finished, that'd be awesome. That'd be really great progress for the week. And then knock out the cold side. So I gotta wait for a 4-inch V-band to come in so I'm gonna V-band the throttle body and then build simple 4-inch tube to go there to there, and then put a couple fast acting race valves on it. So we're maintaining our Pro Charger race valves right now because they're kind of dirty from lots and lots of usage. So they got rebuild kits, new seals, grease, spring, stuff like that. So we're gonna go through and make those new again. I think that's about it. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it on the car. We did some work on the interior. Let's see. That other bar on the other side that's always been kind of cut right here, I fixed that up. And there's some other tubes that need to be added in, so we added those in over the weekend. I didn't get any footage of that, unfortunately. I am changing out our parachute release candle to Motion's billet CO2 actuated one. That way I can dial in the release with our ET, and I'll just have either I'll manually grab it in situations where I need to, or I'll just let the ECU deploy it, and it may take me a little while to get used to that. I don't even know if I want to get used to that. I'll probably still reach for it every time and it'll already be down, because I don't want to rely on it and then for some reason something happens and it doesn't deploy and I'm like hitting the brakes going, oh boy, you know, not slowing down. But really we've had pretty great braking performance lately with the Evos on there. They've been on there all season and really haven't even worn any of the pad down at all yet, so pretty cool. The what else I got going on? Yeah, that's about it. Kind of waiting on I got more parts coming in tomorrow, so I got the correct fuel pump coming in for the belt drive for right there. So, because this guy will have a pump right here, and then hopefully I can get that all routed and up here to the rail and feed the rail. Woo! Yeah, kind of neat. Kind of a cool build. I'm digging it. Kind of neat. Some headaches. New builds are always headaches. Always got something that doesn't fit. Fitting you're missing. Have to change it because you didn't account for something else. So I always joke around. I say that the LS is the worst fitting motor in this car, period, because it doesn't have like that 1.5 inches of block length or inch of block length that every other small block or big block has out there. So it sucks everything up right against the firewall, and the back of the intake hits everything. Sensors on the back of the intake, any fittings on the back of the intake, everything hits the firewall. So gotta reroute, move, go low profile on fittings, whatever we gotta do to make it work. So that was this morning's project we had to do, so I get the intake on. So I wanted the blower on today for good, but I need a longer crank bolt, so hopefully I'll have one of those tomorrow. Otherwise the blower kit would have been on for good, but the intake's on for good, so that's a plus. All right, that's it for tonight.